Kreations.
There we go.
There we go. We build stuff.
We do. We take everyday household items and we basically just make them into something more. We take recycled materials. We even go through our trash, and we don't want to talk about that.
For a reason. The reason is we want everybody else to get ideas on ways that you don't have to have all sorts of crazy cool stuff. Yeah. You build with whatever you got lying around.
Yeah.
And today we're building with duct tape.
Duct tape.
Duct tape. Straight off the duct.
Duct tape.
You don't know how many ducks it took to make that roll of tape.
But duct tape's not made out of ducks, Chris.
Right. It took 0 ducks to make duct tape. So
0.
2-0.
We do have a letter for today that involves the duct tape.
Yes.
Somebody asks us, what color duct tape is the good duct tape to use? Because there are all sorts of variety now. There's glow-in-the-dark duct tape.
There's rainbow.
Yeah. So really,
silver.
the answer is
green.
Use whatever you want with one caveat. Never purchase, use, or encourage the duct tape company to continue making Justin Bieber duct tape. I've seen it. It's a real thing.
Are you serious?
Tell them to stop.
Are you serious?
No Justin Bieber duct tape.
Justin Bieber duct tape.
Dude. I can't even.
I feel very insecure.
I'm
just...
Right. So no Justin Bieber duct tape. Everything else is straight up, ready to go. Any of the duct tape is good. Well, yeah.
After the show, can you tell me where you got that Justin Bieber duct tape? Just for a friend. I'm asking for a friend.
We're about to have some problems here in the studio. All right. We may end up using a few other things here and there because we do that, but we're trying to make something with duct tape.
Something with duct tape. Hey, we made a scroll?
Yes.
Last week.
This is the scroll case we made with using only rope and hot glue. We made a whole scroll case that's all nice and good, especially for LARP sort of things where it may get bumped around in the woods. So I was thinking that we make some scrolls to go in the scroll case.
I like this idea.
All right.
You know what I'm going to do?
What are you going to do?
I'm going to reinforce my helmet.
You're going to... That's probably a good idea. It's been banged around a little bit.
I'm going to reinforce my helmet and do something new to this piece.
All right. So, I'm going to start with this duct tape.
I'm going to go...
But I'm going to get that eventually.
With the purple.
We're going to...
I think I'm going to know what to do already. Let's see.
I need some clean space here.
Clean spacing.
I'm going to start by making a big flat scroll. And to do that, I'm going to get some...
Oh, hey, we got our chair back.
Lines of...
Here you go, sir.
Oh, that's right in the way. Move that. Trouble on set.
I was going to use this right here. Alright, so I'm going to try
So what I'm going to do to make a big sheet is layer up a couple. I'm overlapping them just a little bit.
Yeah.
So that they stick to each other.
Alright, let's see. I really hate is when you do this, and it's like, oh, come on.
Oh, yeah.
It rips like on that one corner piece, and you're like, no! Alright. That's really smart. I like that.
Yeah. One more here.
This skull has been in our family for centuries. It is your great ancestor, Albina.
Your great ancestor Albina was plastic.
Hey.
The skull. It's a plastic scroll.
I think we've actually used this skull in many occasions. And it just somehow keeps on coming back. So we're going to make sure.
All right, now, to not have this completely sticky so that I can actually pick it up and use it, I'm going to go back over the other side, glue down, and do the same sort of thing.
This,
What's wrong with you?
whole lot of things. What's wrong with you, sir?
Nothing. I'm amazing.
I'm just gonna reinforce my helmet.
Yeah.
Abracadabra, alakazam.
If you're making other duct tape things, I've seen people do projects with wallets and clothing and stuff like that. You can use this same technique to get stuff that's not sticky on the duct tape.
Huh.
See, now, I know that I've overlapped a little bit. See, now I've got a sheet.
Oh, that's really
Now,
cool.
I know that I've overlapped a little bit, so I do have to pull out my blade here and trim the edge.
Alright. And you know what? I don't want to switch that much today. I actually I like sitting down and working. This is actually more comfortable than I thought it was going to be. So what I'm doing right
So
now...
what you're going to do is be lazy.
I'm gonna be lazy.
Are you done with the silver? Ish.
Sure.
Alright, perfect.
See, now I trimmed off the edges. Now I've got a full sheet. Now, I could do simply some writing on this.
Yeah.
But instead, I like the cutout sort of effect. So I'm going to reach in front of your face here, grab up some purple.
Alright.
And what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a similar thing with the purple on the small side.
Alright, so the helmet looks a little weird. Yeah, it's kind of reinforced right there. We're going to go ahead and just kind of do this with this piece. And go all the way around the skull.
You're really trying to stick that skull onto your helmet, aren't you? We ought to do a special show that we just, as a challenge, we just see how much epoxy glue it would take to stick the skull to your helmet.
So we're using duct tape.
Well, right now we're using duct tape, yeah. Look, man, I throw out ideas. They just...
How much glue do you think it will take for the duct for that to go on there?
How much wood?
Wood to chuck.
That's not how that goes.
It is now.
It is not how that goes.
Alright, so here we go.
Alright, so now I got a sheet of purple here.
Yeah.
And what I want to do, because I want to use purple magic-y designs, right? I'm gonna draw out some stuff.
Well, you did write your own alchemical language at one point. Back at the Roads of Mystic Crossing.
Alright.
Let's see.
And the key of what I'm doing is to keep in sort of bold lines and nothing crazy.
Bold lines and nothing crazy. Crazy, your middle name, sir. You are an imposter. I don't know where that came from.
But it's amusing.
It's amusing. Alright, here we go. Okay, I'm getting really into there.
Alright, so I just made some shapes.
You just made shapes.
I just drew some stuff. There's kind of a glare. And all I really want is to give myself some lines to cut around.
Okay.
So.
Well, the nice thing about this is that we can actually, if we wanted to, we could probably toss this skull around anywhere we want, and it's not going to break. Because duct tape is amazing.
So, did you tear the duct tape again?
No, I didn't tear the duct tape again.
So much for it being amazing.
Alright, here we go. This is very hard stuff to meld, sir. Alright. Peace. Alright. believe we've been doing this for how many seasons now?
104. And then we started filming.
Wait. Are you serious?
Sometimes. Sometimes I'm serious. Sometimes I am Chris.
I really wonder about you.
It's
Alright.
good that someone does.
Let's see. I think this is gonna work.
Really?
Jeez. Just let it happen, Chris. Just let it happen. Alright. So, if you guys are just tuning in, I'm Jeffrey, this is Chris,
And this is a mess. Come on, that was funny. That was funny. Funny. Are you starting?
Yes, I'm starting.
We're gonna need a 12-step program for Play-Doh.
12-step.
The first step.
Welcome to the 12-step Play-Doh programming, where I, Jeffrey, sniff the Play-Doh and Chris walks 12 steps away from the Play-Doh.
Whoa!
And then walks 12 steps back and takes turns sniffing the Play-Doh and taking the steps forward and back.
Like a dance.
Like a dancing.
You sniff.
We
You
can
take
dance.
12 steps in, sniff the Play-Doh. You take 12 steps out and sniff the Play-Doh. You take 12 steps in and shake something about.
That's what it's Play-Doh about.
All right. So I've got my pieces cut out.
What just happened?
It's your doing. I don't know. And I've kind of got them arranged a little bit. And I'm just going to throw some hard glue.
Now, you have no idea. Okay, alright, this looks silly. This looks really silly. But, I got a good idea about this.
Now, why would I not simply tape the tape to the tape? Why am I using hot glue? The answer is it's a whole lot easier to cut out these shapes if they're not stuck to something like my blade. I could have laid the purple down over something like some wax paper or something like that and cut out the shapes and then peel them off the wax paper. That sort of thing would work as well. I imagine. I haven't tried it, but it sounds good.
Oh no, the eye.
Not the eye!
Not the eye! Why the eyeballs? Alright, I'm gonna do purple now. Actually, it doesn't really matter what kind of tape I use.
Yeah.
What's that smell?
Your duct tape fingers.
It smell. Is that the?
Is it probably?
Are you
the glue?
burning the duct tape to the duct tape?
Well, the glue's hot. I'm not trying to burn it or
you-
anything. And I could just add some more symbols here.
Symboling time. I actually really like duct tape. I'm so just like so amazing how this. Oh, okay. Whoever invented duct tape, thank you. You've saved the universe. You got a leak? Duct tape it. There we go. The heck is going on here? Oh, nose. There we go. Alright. What you doing?
I'm trying to just write some stuff that...
Oh, I missed a spot. That's cool.
All right. So, here's what I did. I took it and I did go ahead and add some little fake writing there that looks sort of magic, sort of writing, and some symbols on it. Obviously, if I plan this out, some of this stuff would be much better planned than what I got going on. But this ends up being something that I can pull out and cast it. So, you know what? I need some. Give me the purple. I need border trim.
Border trim.
Yeah, that's what this needs. This needs something on the border. This is kind of like what Jeff was doing, but on purpose and careful. See, look, I tore the tape carefully in half.
I love you too, Chris. Here we go.
I got 2 heads.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Hello, Chris. How are you? This is a thing now.
Oh, look. I feel like a horse. Want to eat my Kombat Crunchies. They got recalled. I'm missing a tooth, Chris.
All right,
I'm missing a
so look,
tooth.
I gave it a border.
Oh, hey, that's really neat.
It's kind of cool. Now, this.
Ooh. Can I write a little something?
Yeah, I got a 10.
Which side?
I don't care.
It doesn't
Which
matter.
side needs something written on it?
This side.
Okay. So, being duct tape, there are all kinds of better ways to make scrolls. You can just use some parchment paper or something like that, do some really cool stuff. But one of the benefits of doing it out of duct tape, especially for something like LARP, where you may be outside somewhere, stuff may happen to your equipment, rain may happen. You don't want to get something really nice together just to have it completely damaged, right? So if it's on duct tape, it's real easy to just replace if I need to. It's sturdy enough to withstand several weekends worth of play and messing around. And I can fold it and roll it up and put it in the scroll case with no worry about it actually getting damaged. And even if the scroll case got crunched down because it's rope, the scroll inside is going to be just fine as well. What did you write? Dear Chris, you are a duct tape Kombat Kreations god, signed by Jeff. Apparently, that makes it official.
We are
So,
Kombat, and he is a
I
creation.
can roll it up. Stick
This
it
is neat.
in my scroll case.
Oh, hey, that's really neat. I got a letter. Thank you. What's it say?
I don't know. I just kind of threw it together. So we started with this, but the basics of what we put together, making sheets of duct tape that you can then use for other things. I mean, this stuff is really, really.
I really like how the pages are literally gonna stick together.
It's really strong. It's really durable. Because of so many colors and things available, you could write on it. You can paint on it.
I think
You
my
can do all
helmet's
sorts of stuff.
overloaded now.
I think your head's overloaded with. Yeah. But you could do a
I
lot
have
of
a
stuff like
hat.
that. If you wanted to go bigger with sorts of things, it's real easy to size it up. It's real easy to cut it with a blade and cut it down to what you're doing. You could even make a similar scroll case to what we did out of the duct tape. You can make belt pouches, essentially making the same style of duct tape sheet and then using duct tape to turn it into an actual pouch, things like that. So it's real versatile, and it will hold things on Jeff's helmet
Yes.
because that's important.
Yes.
All right, so here's another thing that we could do. Oh no, we don't have the. Huh.
What are you trying to look for?
I wanted to talk about the benefits of making dummies for costuming, but I can't really duct tape to you. So there's another really neat thing that you can do with this, right? And we're not actually going to do it because it would stick Jeff to the wall or something. I mean, he'd fall over and stuck to the floor. Then we'd have to scrape him up. But if you take a shirt.
We tried hot glue, it didn't work.
If you take a cheap shirt that you're okay with getting torn up because it's going to get cut up,
Yep.
and then you duct tape, have a friend over, and duct tape around the shirt nice and tight. All not crazy tight, don't cut off circulations, but have it all nice and snug all over the shirt. Then you can cut parts of the shirt to open it up and get you out of it. And then seal that up and stuff it with a bunch of newspaper and whatnot. And you've now got a dummy to use that you can then build costuming pieces that will fit you because it fits your duct tape dummy. It does take a bunch of rolls of duct tape to make this happen. Takes a lot of newspaper stuffing to really get it all nice and stuffed properly. But I lost a co-host it's just a skull on a helmet off in the sun. What is wrong with... Yeah, this is what we've devolved to. We've devolved to duct tape and no more co-host. Now the show is just me. It's all Kombat Kreations, all Chris, all the time, because there's no Jeffery on either side. That means I get the hot glue anytime I want, and when I switch for myself. Hot glue in a project. Switch. Oh, I'm still here.
Hey!
So, I hope you've liked the show.
We hope you guys enjoy.
We have plenty more. We've got more of the Fanboy TV block party coming.
I lost my scarf.
You're scarfless. We've got more of the Fanboy Block TV block party thing words in orders coming up. We've got fan service, ladies of fandom, all of the beautiful things we've got going on. If you find that you started looking at this episode and thinking, hey, I like these guys, go up to fanboytv.com where you can then click on Kombat Kreations and see all sorts of shows of our full shows. We also have 15-minute blocks of the Kombat Cutlets where we've done a whole bunch of shorter shows if you've only got a little bit of time, or your friends say, you wanted me to watch what? You can say, look, it's these guys. Here's a short one. Watch this first. And then, go for some of the bigger shows. If you like us, if you like what you're seeing, like our videos, like our Facebook page, like our Twitter, like our Instagram, Kombat Kreations, spelled K for Kombat, K for Kreations.
I almost said K for Kombat, K for Crunchies. Kombat Crunchies. They're Crunchlicious, and they will break your teeth. That's why they've been recalled. If you still have yours right now, bring them on back. We'll go ahead and give you your money back.
Whoa. You return the unused portion of the product, and we'll return the unused portion of your money. Yeah.
I think we spent it all on the duct tape.
Yeah.
We'll just send them the helmet.
We'll send the helmet.
We'll send the helmet.
We'll send the
All right,
helmet.
everyone. I'm Jeffrey.
I'm Chris.
Continue crafting.